Good morning everyone. Today Alia, Cristalia and I are making a video introducing the rewarding Malaysian traditional food, a timeless recipe of delicious bossos in Sabah. First of all, we will make an introduction about this traditional food, followed by the production of bosso and the benefits of making bosso with the conclusion. If you ever find yourself in Sabah, why not tantalize your taste bud with something unique, the Sabah indigenous food? Boso, a traditional preserved food produced from the people of Kadazan Dusun by fermenting tiny freshwater fish instead of saltwater fish like ikan peliang. Boso is also known as tiom sam, and for some people in Sabah, such as those living in the Ranau district area, this dish is better known as tinamba. The fish is cleaned and salted before being combined with rice and a native herb called pangi. The combination is then allowed to ferment for about a fortnight in an airtight container before being served with rice. Modern version of boso includes pineapples and bananas in the combination. Pinonggian is a variation where the rice is left out to create a dish that has much more have milder flavor than boso. However, unlike boso, pinonggiang has to be cooked before serving.
Moving on to the next point, I will be presenting the point what is basal. In this point, they include two issues as to explain more about basal, which is the productions of basal and how basal is related to biotechnology. Basal is known as a signature dish for the Kadazan Dusun, which is actually a preserved food. Given that basal has undergoes variations of recipe to promote this traditional cuisine, the main ingredient to create these dishes is still preserved. There are four main ingredients to make basal. First, freshwater fish or river fish. Second, cooked rice. Third, panjim or known as buah pangi. And lastly, salt. The process of making basal is very simple. The ingredients are mixed thoroughly after making sure that the fish is cleaned properly. If warm rice is to be used, the mixture is cooled to room temperature before storing. Storing basal usually takes place in tight, closed container. This condition will allow the basal to last for 6 months or longer. Storing of basal can be in belaga tajau or known as bekas labu, which is a traditional container for the Kadazan Dusun tribe. The tajau is washed clean before storing the basal, and the lid is sealed with BOX to keep a clean air in the tajau. Plastic containers are now used widely as it is more convenient and lower in price compared to tajau. Next, I'm gonna talk about how basal related to biotechnology. The definitions of biotechnology stated that biotechnology is the use of technique based on living systems, plants, animals, microbes to make products or to improve other species. The basal is unintentionally made by using three ingredients that related to biotechnology study, and the main process of basal is highlighted on fermentation. Next, I will be explaining the three main ingredients that can be related to the biotechnology studies. The three ingredients include buah pangi, cooked rice, and salt. As for the buah pangi, there are research made to show that buah pangi have an inhibitory effects on microbial growth after being fermented, and this characteristic gives up the qualities as a preservative. Next, for the cooked rice, the sugar contained in the rice converted into lactic acid and other products during the fermentations, which is in the process of completing the basal. The product can be useful in the food preservative, and the acid formed during the fermentation can reduce the pungent smell of basal and also give up the sour taste in the basal. Lastly, the salt is usually added in excess to prolong the shelf life of basal. In fermentations, salt can exert a role in salting the organism permitted to grow.
There are several benefits of bosou. Bosou can be preserved and kept for a long time. This is because the ingredients in bosou are added with kepayang fruit, which act as a preservative so that the food lasts longer. Bosou can last up to a year or more, depending on how it is stored. Bosou is full of vitamins and minerals, including vitamin A, vitamin C, calcium, bromelain, phosphorus, and potassium. The abundance of vitamin C content found in bosou is said to be able to fight viruses that cause cough and flu. Bromelain, which is included in bosou, is useful for clearing cough and liquefying mucus. Other than that, the smell of bosou is quite pungent, and the Kadazan Dusun people find that very appetizing.
A quick conclusions on how to know things are related to biotechnology. Always refer to the definitions of biotechnology, the uses of technique based on living system to make products or to improve other species. Besou fulfill the first terms in the definitions of biotechnology. That is the technique in making besou is based on plants such as buah pagi and rice. And next, the product, which is the besou, is proven to improve human life as it gives a method for our ancestors to preserve their food in a longer time, as well as to maintain the storage of their food during their time.